In this video, we're going to get up close and personal with iAnnotate by taking a look at the toolbar and some of the really useful tools that iAnnotate has to offer. The first thing we're going to do is navigate to a blank document so that we're not really distracted by any of the text. So all I've done is I've navigated through my folders to a sample PDF that I had created just for this purpose. And on the right-hand side of the screen, what you're going to see is a toolbar. Now, my toolbar looks different than yours because I've already customized mine to use just the tools that my go-to tools, if you will. But I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing. So at the top of this toolbar, you have a plus sign. And if you tap on the plus sign, it's going to open up a whole host of tools that you can utilize within the app. Some of them are grouped. Annotation gives you your markup, navigation, how you guide through. I generally go to the all tools just because I like to have them all there in front of me when I'm looking at them. So the way you customize your toolbar is really very simple. You're going to grab the tool off of the toolbar by just tapping and holding it, and you can see that I have got it right now selected, and I'm going to drag it off of my toolbar. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and take off all of my tools just so that, because we're going to put them back. Now, it's not going to let me move these last two because the toolbar requires at least 2 tools to be on it. So we'll leave those on for now. But so let's talk about these tools. I'm not going to go through and tell you what all of these tools do. You can discover those on your own, but some of them are pretty obvious. We definitely want to be able to mark on the student paper. So I'm going to grab the pencil by tapping and holding, and then I'm just going to drag it over to my toolbar, and you see I can choose where on the toolbar I want to place it. And then I just release, and now the pencil is on my toolbar. I also highlight my students' papers, so I'm going to grab the highlighter and put that right under there. I'm actually going to leave the microphone on my toolbar because it's one of my go-to tools, which you'll see later in another video. I also really like the signature tool, so I'm going to grab that one and I'm going to bring it over. It has a very particular use, very specific use that we'll explore later in another video. So as I look, this last one here, this is my share option. I'm going to go ahead and show you which one it is. If I scroll down, I always choose email, PDF, and summary. You can see, well, if I remove it, it makes it active. This is the icon that I use. This is my tool. Email, PDF, and summary. So if I'm emailing my students their papers back, this one button is going to pull up my email and allow me to type in their email address and then send them their marked up paper. If you're in the habit of printing, you can grab a print button and bring that over. I personally don't print these papers. Everything is done digitally, so I'm going to take it off. And try to think what else I use. Those are my go-to tools, quite honestly. But I encourage you to explore all of these different tools and see what you would use, what you would find most useful in your classroom. You can see while we're on this screen that I also have the option to add a toolbar. I can have multiple toolbars. So if I click the plus button right here, it gives me a whole bunch of already formatted ones. For example, the colored highlighters. Maybe you're a color coordinated kind of teacher and you like to highlight things in different colors depending on the content. If you tap that colored highlighters toolbar, it'll go ahead and add it here. You can see I have instant access now to different colored highlighters. If that makes it easier for you, you can go ahead and add that one. So let me show you how you would access multiple toolbars. We're going to close the toolbar edit. And down here on the toolbar, you'll see that I now have 3 toolbars possible. And if I tap right here in the little box at the bottom that says 3 out of 3, you're going to see, oops, I actually have a duplicate toolbar. If I want to delete one of these, I tap on 3. Whoop, Nope, I need to go back here. And I'm going to go to see how 3 out of 3 is active right now. And I'm going to go ahead and click delete and remove that toolbar. So here I am on my regular toolbar. I want to get to my colored highlighters. I can tap here at the bottom and then make my second toolbar active. And there I go. I want to go back to my first one. Easy peasy. You can also hide this toolbar if you needed the space while you're grading by just swiping it away. Show hide. Now it's hidden. There it is. And that's the basics of the toolbar. At this point, to utilize any of these tools, you would simply tap on them and then work on your PDF. I can't highlight right now because it really requires text, but in another video, we'll start to see how these tools work.